What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my review of a SCUF gaming controller that I ordered for myself with my own money that I earn and can spend how I like. Let's get to it. So, if you're not aware, SCUF Gaming make competition controllers with a focus on kind of giving you the edge over your opponents. They have a number of features which they have implemented into their controllers to do that, and I will try to cover them in this review. So let's get to opening it. What you'll see when you first open the box is a little pamphlet which kind of highlights some of the salient features. Those would be, most importantly, the trigger stops and the paddles on the back. I will cover exactly what those do. This is how the controller looks in the box. You've got some Allen keys there because you need them to adjust the triggers to your liking. So yeah, let's get to talking about the features. This is actually the second time that I've had a SCUF controller. The first time I had a problem with the right analog stick where it was a bit squeaky. So I sent it back to them and they sorted it out, and I asked if for the inconvenience they could add a PS3 thumbstick onto the right stick, which they did free of charge. So yeah, let me add that their service is really good and that they're very helpful to their customers. And that brings me quite nicely onto the features that you can customize on the controller. There are a number of kind of aesthetic things you can do, such as different face plates. You can black out the buttons. You can have yeah, just general kind of like paint changes. That's all to do with personal preference, but there are hardware differences that will actually affect your gameplay. Those would be, firstly, being able to change the analog sticks between Xbox 360 and PS3. I chose to get the PS3 on the right stick because it improves your aim, because it is convex, rounded, as opposed to concave. That means when you're pushing the analog stick, you've got better traction. Secondly, would be on the other side, these little things on the triggers called trigger stops. It's like a little metal kind of, you can see there, little metal stop. And what that does, if I show you, when you press the trigger, it makes it stop before having to push the trigger all the way down. That is actually set to the biting point of a shot in Call of Duty. And that means when you shoot, the response time of the shot and your ability to shoot quickly after that is drastically reduced, because you can do this, as opposed to obviously pushing down all the way and wasting a few, well, milliseconds of time. On testing it myself, obviously things like single shot rifles such as the FAL and the SMR are much more powerful, and I do not need to put an attachment like what's it called, select fire on, because you can shoot the gun so quickly. And finally, the third and most important feature is, again, if we turn to the back, the paddles on the back of the controller. The left one, it's a mirrored image, so give me a break. The left one is attached to the A button so that you can jump, and the right one is attached to the B button, which means that you can knife. You can change those, but those are the typical configurations because they help you the most. Let me run you through exactly why those are useful. So, if you remember, when you're playing Call of Duty, if you want to knife or jump, you need to take your thumb off the right stick and press A or B, and then bring your thumb back. So for instance, if you were doing a jump shot, you'd be running around and then you'd look towards where you want to go, or to where the corner you want to jump around, and you have to go boom, like that. And obviously that takes time and takes your thumb off the aiming stick, leaving you vulnerable for a second. Instead, if you use the trigger, and you see the sweat on the back of the controller, obviously if you use that trigger, it means that you never have to take your thumb off the right stick. See, so I could be going like this, and then I'm just jumping around, and very comfortable, and you can carry on aiming. That obviously has the advantage of saving you time and not leaving you open to attack whilst you take your hand off the thumbstick. SCUF also let you do things like add grip to your controller, and a number of button changes, and like I said, aesthetic changes. I opted not to go for any of them and just go for the standard FPS competition, because I just wanted the addition of the paddles. And yeah, I've got to say I'm happy with the controller. It takes a bit of a while getting used to, but once you're there, it's actually really, really good and obviously saves you a lot of time. If you like to play competitive and things like league play, it makes a huge difference because it gives you that little advantage over players who are generally at your skill level. A little note about the trigger stops. These you can actually take off with the use of the Allen keys that are provided, and you can also change them so that, say, if you wanted it even further down or like further away, you can do that. In general, I think it's a great product, and if you've got the spare cash and it's something that you've wanted to get for the purpose of improving your, say, jump shotting ability and just improving your game overall, I'd recommend it. I wouldn't say it's a complete necessity, as you can jump shot without it, but it definitely does help and it will give you the advantage over people in a very competitive setting. And obviously when you're in a public lobby, you will just pub stomp everyone if you use the controller properly. But of course you have to have those skills beforehand. It's not going to make you a huge player just from using it. So I guess that would be the bottom line. If you've wanted to get one and you think it'll help you and you've got the spare cash to get it, but do not worry if you can't afford it, as I'm sure you can still be a great player with a normal controller. Anyway guys, that's about it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Sharing always helps. Really appreciate the support. More reviews coming in the future. Getting a hold of my own capture card hopefully next week, so I'll do a range of gaming videos. Just got Bioshock Infinite as well, so I might do a review on that as my first other gaming video other than Call of Duty. And yeah, that's about it. Peace.